All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC. We're going to take a look at Monero. We're going to talk about Ether, and we're also going to talk about ADA on lower degree, and also on the higher time frame and all that good stuff, guys. So if you're new to our content, don't forget to hit the likes. Make sure to hit the likes, guys. Make sure to hit the notification so you can get all my notification when I'm going live, or when I give you guys a quick update and all that good stuff, right? So let me check the chat room, see if everything is good today, because over the last few live streams, BTC been wrecking my streaming and all that good stuff, right? So let's see. Let me check the if the sound is good, right? Let me know if the sound is good, guys. So and we don't have a small screen today. Let me see. So we got Izmir in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in, Izmir. So in today's content, we're going to start off with Ethereum, okay? Because Ethereum is still holding very, very strong versus BTC. And because of that, Ethereum is not dropping as fast as BTC, okay? It's not even dropping as fast as the other assets, right? Like, BNB and all that good stuff, Monero, ADA and all that, right? So what we're looking at right now on Ethereum on the higher time frame, right? Newbies most likely going to be buying the dips right here at the weekly 211 EMA, looking very strong as of now. But on the higher time frame, guys, if we basically break the weekly 211 right here, once again we're going to be looking for a big support area, potentially down to the weekly 100 EMA, just about like almost $1,000. But once again, it's not going to get there in a straight line, because if we take a look at our 3 weeks time frame right here, we're still not yet at the 211 EMA. Okay, so 211 EMA on a 3 weeks basis, as I said, okay, it is going to be one of the most important moving averages, right? One of the most important moving average if you compare it to the other moving averages, like 100 EMA, 200 EMA and all that good stuff. It is going to be quite important throughout the bull market or even bear market if we break below it, okay? If we go back and reanalyze it, you can see like a big resistance right here. After we broke above it right here, we started the bull run. So if we drop back down to like just about like a 1450, 1350 range, it is going to be a quite good level for the bulls to be scooping some Ethereum and all that good stuff, right? So now let's take a look at Ether on a daily basis. So on the daily basis, we almost at the daily 200 EMA right here, just about like 1872, 1880. If you guys remember when Ether was like right here, you guys remember when we were talking about Ether 1880 and all that good stuff, that 1880 going to be playing a crucial role right here on a daily basis, right? So price action definitely need to stay above this range for the bulls in order to get another swing. If we break this, if we break the 1880, 1870 support right here, definitely we could be switching to the higher time frame and going to be looking for lower prices all the way down to the next price support right here, right? Which is basically our support level we just talked about on a weekly basis, right? On a 3 weeks basis and on the weekly basis, right? So support area to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on for Ethereum going to be right here, just about like the 1880 to a 2000 range. We need to stay above it if we want to get another swing to the upside, right? But it is not time to talk about the next swing to the upside. We got to get a reversal pattern first before we talk about the next move to the upside. We could definitely we could be looking for another challenge right here to break a 28 to 2900 range, but we got to get a reversal pattern before we try to spend some energy analyzing the push to the upside and all that good stuff, right? Because we know it is going to be a resistance level anyway, so no need really we don't need really to spend like too much time talking about like 3000, because we know if we break above it, we could be looking for 3500. Okay, that's easy, right? but since like the momentum is down, we're just gonna focus on the downside potential till we get a strong reversal. The good news is, like, even though the momentum is down, the volume is decreasing, so that's why I don't want to be too bearish as of now. Okay, I just don't know what type of volume we're gonna get, but we know we're gonna get a big volume. Okay, if the volume is big right here and it is green, right, we're gonna talk about the push to the upside, right? If the volume is green like that, we're gonna get something like that. Okay, we don't know yet, right? We just speculating. So let's say if the volume is green, like we dump all the way down to, like, let's say, give or take, okay, 1880, right, and got a big buy volume, okay, and price start to reverse, right? If we drop lower, we're gonna suck it up and say, guys, we're gonna go up high. Okay, so on the other hand, right, if we dump down like with a big red volume, let's say this volume is red, right here, we're gonna know, right, the volume is big enough, right, and we're not gonna drop any lower. Okay, depending on where we drop that. Let's say the volume is big and we drop all the way down to like a 1350 or 1450 range, right, give or take, right? We're gonna be like, okay, it is time to buy right here, because we know we already got a big volume, so price action has to move sideways over the next few weeks. Okay, and it is going to be a good level to start like accumulating at, right? So pay attention to your basically high time frame volume. It is going to be a key indicator for either direction, right? So now let's take a look at Ether on the 8-hour basis, right? So 8-hour not looking so great, no sign of reversal yet. 8-hour engulfing right here, that's not a good sign. It reminds me of BTC back then, back in 2020, before the 50% dump, when BTC was like, I think like 7,500, right around like 2 a.m. we were looking for a long position, but BTC created a bearish 6-hour engulfing, so we flipped bearish. Okay, so that could be a potential scenario right here. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, right, but clearly the momentum as of now is on the downside, right, and we're getting a bearish engulfing candle right here, so that's not good at all for the next like 2.5 hours. So let's see what's going to happen if we're going to be able to close the candle below the support area, and that's going to be pretty much bearish, right? And temporary support on the 8-hour basis is going to be right here, right, just about like a 1750, right, if you're just trading the lower degree targets, right? Could be looking for like a 1750 range and a potential sideways correction, and we're going to decide if the trend going to continue to the downside or if we're going to get that reversal we talk about, like on the higher degree and all that good stuff, right? So lower time frame potential support on the downside, it is still right here, 1880. We just talked about 1880 to 1750 support, right, which basically coincide to our higher time frame support. And if we basically reverse, we got our rejection area right here, just about 2550 on the 6-hour basis. If we take a look at it on the 6-hour, it is going to be our 6-hour 100 EMA right there, right? So support just about 1750 on the lower degree, right, 1880 right there. And rejection, primary rejection level to look for if we break the 6-hour 21. As you can see, we just pumped it upside. So if you basically FOMO'd and did not wait for price action to break your 21 EMA and wait for your MACD to cross positive, you're going to be buying the top right around like a 2,200, right? And basically you're going to be panicking right now and you're not going to know what to do, right? So best thing to do, just wait for confirmation. Okay, the trend is down as of now. Okay, if it moves sideways, it is going to be great. Okay, because all the indicators going to cool off. Price action could take an easy ride right all the way up to basically 3,000 potentially, right? But everything is hot right now. Okay, so just be patient over the next like if you're bullish, you still got a chance to get a reversal. If you're bearish, you just stay with the trend. That's it, nothing else to do. Okay, you can either be bullish or bearish. That neutral thing is just for the moon boys, right? So Hey, what's up, Jude Moonboy in the house, XRP 589. So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC, okay? So Bitcoin, we're going to start off on a 6-hour basis. What we said last night regarding the 6-hour time frame was like, you know, it is going to be one of the most important time frame to watch on a lower degree. If we get the continuation right here, it is going to be pretty bearish. If we get the fake out, right, MACD pushes to the upside, give us the fake out, it is going to be really nasty. And if you take a look at it, you know, it give us a short term push to the upside, right? That's the push we got after the dump. Retested the 21 EMA right here. Retested the 21 EMA right there, got rejected. So MACD, it is bearish, so it seems like a continuation pattern as of now. We broke the 0.618, you know, just about like a 35k, dump all the way down to 0.7. We could be retesting the 0.786, just about like a 32.5 if the price action basically doesn't break the 21 EMA on a 6-hour basis, right? So support level to look for, still it is going to be the 30 to 31k. Got to stay above it if we want to basically create another potential push to the upside, right? MACD doesn't like the the fact that bulls are looking for a push to the upside. So let's see once we get to 30k what we're gonna get, right? But as of now, 30k is primary support, but the stronger support going to be on the higher time frame, right? So if we take a look at the weekly 100 EMA, right, we're not quite there yet. Okay, we're not even yet anywhere near the weekly 100 EMA. Most alt already dumped down to the weekly 100 EMA. That's why BTC dominance is going up, because alt they dumping and BTC is just moving sideways. It's not like BTC is going up. That's why the BTC dominance is going up. It's just because alt they're dropping down to the major macro supports, and BTC it is still around the weekly 21. You see what I'm saying? So if we dump down to the weekly 100 EMA, just about like a 25k, that's going to be a good range for the bulls to start reaccumulating right here for the next like a swing up. Okay, something to keep in mind. MACD, it is still bearish, so no sign of reversal as of yet. If you take a look at Ethereum, if we go back to Ethereum, that's why I'm saying like be cautious with Ethereum, because Ethereum MACD already bearish. Price action just trending about like the weekly 21, so it has to break it at some point. The weekly gonna drag it. The weekly MACD gonna drag the price to the downside potentially. Okay, so that's one of the reasons I'm being cautious with Ethereum and saying like a bulls could definitely take control if we drop down lower. So going back to BTC right here, we can see like if we drop lower, definitely the high time frame going to be the most important time to watch right now. Okay, 6 hour, yes, you want to see continuation and all that good stuff or potential reversal. However, since daily is bearish and all that good stuff, if we get a big dump, you got to zoom out. Okay, you're gonna be like, okay, let me take a look at the higher time frame. Are we gonna be able to get a potential support on a macro level? Okay, that's why we've been buying at 30k, because we said 30k is a macro support. 25k is not just like all YouTubers calling for 25k. 25k gonna is the right number and all that good stuff. It is 25k because we talk about the monthly 21 EMA even before the dump. We said monthly 21 EMA, 3 weeks 21 EMA. We're going to be buying the dips right here at the 3 weeks 21 EMA. If we break it, we're just going to focus on our monthly 21 EMA, and after that we're going to focus on what, our quarterly 21 EMA. It's pretty easy, guys. We're only trying to focus on the macro targets. Okay, weekly 100 EMA, monthly 21 EMA, and basically quarterly 21 EMA. That's pretty easy to remember. Okay, if you don't want to do like a some deep analysis and all that good stuff, buying at these macro supports always going to be profitable. Okay, so depending on how long you want to wait, right? So but buying at the quarterly 21 EMA, if you bought BTC at $3,000 right here a couple years ago, guys, you're still in profit. If you bought BTC last year right here, you're still in profits. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So gotta buy at these macro supports, you know, that way, you know, just put them away, wait for the next like a few weeks, few months, and BTC could easily give you a nice 5 to 10x, right? So Pablo Escobar in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Thanks a lot for tuning in. So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on a 3-day basis, right? On a 3-day basis, what we're saying was like we need our MACD to flip positive, right? Right here. That's what I'm saying, like, guys, let's see if we can hold, you know, the support at 30K, okay? Because if we get a nice bullish crossover on our MACD on our 3-day basis, it means that we're going to get a push. Remember the 2-day basis right here, okay? Remember the 2-day basis. We bought the dip before the before the crossover right here, right, at 31K, and we basically waited for the move to the upside up to 40K to get out, right here up to basically 40K. Right now we could get, you know, a potential bullish crossover on our 3-day basis. I know it doesn't look like it, right? MACD on the 2-day basis wants to basically flip bearish, so you know, let's see. But if we get a bullish crossover on our 3-day basis over the next few days, that could potentially give us another big move to the upside to retest at least 40K, okay, potentially. But we gotta get the bullish crossover, and we gotta get the support at least on a daily basis, right? Okay, we gotta get a support on a daily basis. We know 30K is support. It has to hold, okay? It has to hold in order to see any potential reversal to the upside, right? So let's see what we're gonna get, you know, over the next like a few days and so on. But once again, primary support 30K, secondary support monthly 21/weekly 100 EMA support just about 25K, easy. Okay, nothing crazy. Try to trade the range right here toward 35, right? 34K could be very you know, very difficult to do, you know, because it is a neutral zone right there. It could just pump like tomorrow. You might just wake up and see sucker basically pump to the upside. And daily MACD, it is still positive, so just be cautious in this range, okay? And just try to trade the you know, the outside boundary right here and right there. And if you did not short right here, you don't want to be shorted right there. If you did not basically long it right here, you don't want to be long it right there. I mean right here, okay? So pretty easy, okay? Pretty easy. Hey, what's up, Yellow Mellow in the house 101? Everything gonna be all right in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. Loud and clear. All right, guys. So now let's go ahead and basically move on to Monero XMR. So the reason why I wanted to talk about Monero is, like, you know, Monero chart looks pretty clean, okay? What we were saying on my previous analysis was like we could get the if we break above this resistance level, just about like a 280 290 range, we could be looking for a potential challenge up to basically right here, almost like a 330 to a 340 range. If we break the support trend line right here, we could be dropping low, okay? So the first target for Monero was like 252. We did drop down to 252. If you take a look at 252 from support to resistance right here, I was looking for the 50% pullback from the you know, pushback up from the June 8th you know, support, okay, up to basically 288. We dump all the way down to 50%. So if we break it, we just have to take a look at the entire move, right, from swing low right here to swing high, right? We actually could take the entire move from 125, okay? So 125. Okay, so if you take a look at the entire move from 125 up to right here, right there, okay, you can see like 0.618 already got retested right there. So we could be looking for another move all the way down to like a 180 for Monero. Okay, so let's see, we already broke the trend line, so but we need a big breakout to the downside. Even if we get a support, temporary support at 382, it's been like our most recent support level right there, just about 225 at 382 Fibonacci. If we even get a temporary support, we can still drop down here, get another support, and then finally create some sort of like a pattern. I don't know how it is going to look like, but we could just speculate it could even be a wedge pattern, just like Robin likes to call them, like that, right? Something like that, right? But it doesn't have to be. The directional move is the most important, okay? Not the pattern. So directional move for Monero right now, down. If we break the, 280 to 90 range, it could definitely try to challenge, get a nice push to the upside, challenge the bears, and basically push up to like a 330 to 350. Okay, so support to look for just about 180, resistance all the way up to like a 350. Okay, broke the support area right here. Okay, so I like the Monero chart. If you take a look at it in terms of Fibonacci, not in terms of Fibonacci, but in terms of MACD, we did talk about how bearish the MACD was looking like right here, right? And we said, it is likely to, break out right here. Okay, so if bears basically shorted the 280 range, they just need to put a stop loss and see what the market will do. Okay, but we talked about it previously, avoid long in Monero just about like a 280, right? So it was a nice short range right there. So now let's go ahead and move on to ADA. So ADA, I like the ADA higher time frame on a 3-day basis. Okay, 3-day MACD, 3-day RSI, and all of that good stuff. Price action now is below the 3-day 21. MACD already gave us the bearish setup. We're dumping down below the 3-day 21, right there. Okay, MACD negative, so it is a strong negative sign, right? Volume, the only bullish potential sign I can find right now is like the volume right there. Okay, so we know we're gonna get a big move, so that make it very, very complex regarding ADA. Okay, but I would say, okay, we would be looking for what? The move to the downside. Okay, we got the same setup, I think, on 1 inch on the hourly basis, same exact setup when we shorted at 1 inch. I think around like 370, 380 range, down to like a $3. Same exact setup. The only difference is like ADA is doing it on what? On the higher time frame. Okay, so let me show you 1 inch. 1 inch on the hourly, right there. So on the hourly basis, that's the same exact setup we basically took on 1 inch. Okay, took the short right there, right here. Okay, and target was all the way down to like a 315. Okay, it pushed back up, but it is pretty bearish. 1 inch is very good at these moves. Like it's gonna dump and it's gonna give you a nice push back up. Okay, so but that's the same type of setup. Bearish sign right there. We notice it right there and just took it. Okay, so if you go back to ADA, on a 3-day basis, right? Same exact setup, different time frame. Okay, so we could be, confident like, ADA is likely to give us some cheaper prices, and if you're looking to reaccumulate, it is going to be some good level to look at, just by like 382 going to be just about 64, and the 100 EMA on a weekly basis going to be almost at 53, but I think like 60 to 85 range could be a temporary support before any further drop to the downside, right? Further drop to the downside. But once again, just be cautious. I wouldn't be extremely bullish and giving up on ADA as we're getting like a low volume right here. That's it makes it so hard right now to be extremely bearish, even though market is calling for lower prices. The volume profile right now, price decreasing, volume decreasing, it has never been a bearish sign. That's the thing. Okay, it has never been a bearish sign. But let's see, BTC is quite weak. This time it could be different. Okay, but just stay cautious on both sides. If you're bullish, you know exactly what to look for, right? If you're bearish, you know you gotta be cautious, right? Because you know volume is low. That's it. Okay, price is decreasing, and you know you could be looking for rejection up to 190, right? If we get some sort of reversal, stuff like that, or a potential push, not even rejection, but a potential push up to 190, right? Something to just keep in mind, so you won't be very surprised if these suckers pump to the upside all of a sudden, and you're gonna be asking what's going on, did I get wrecked, and all that good stuff, right? So yeah, I think we're done with ADA. So let me take a look at the chat room, see if you guys have any question regarding any alt. COPE ETHEREUM is asking for COPE USD. Yeah, it doesn't have enough history, but it looks really bad. Okay, it looks really bad on a weekly basis. I like the low volume right here, but it doesn't mean a reversal right away, right? It only means, like, you know, it is time to start accumulating, right? Let's take a look at it on a 3-day basis. Doesn't look so great. On a 2-day basis, doesn't look so great. On a daily basis, oh, we got some potential accumulation right here on the daily basis, right? Right, we got some potential robin pattern right here, wedge pattern. Okay, kind of ugly. Okay, let's take a look at it on the 12. Okay, so you got a nice potential support down to like a 122. Okay, don't want to break the 122. Okay, so beautiful wedge pattern, right? Broke out, bearish divergence. We just talked about it on what? On ADA, guys. Bearish divergence on our MACD, broke out to the downside, bullish divergence on the downside. So just have to wait for confirmation of a potential reversal. All right, you only got the pattern. No, we're not seeing a big volume yet, so just have to wait. Okay, just have to wait, reaccumulate as it goes down. Okay, it doesn't have enough history. That's the thing. You might be expecting a push to the upside, so I could just do something like this. Okay, so give it like a few more weeks. Hey, what's up, Stefano? AMP, let's take a look at AMP. I think it just got added on Coinbase, right? If I remember. Let's take a look at it on Coinbase. Doesn't have enough history on Coinbase, right? I think it got added like last couple of months ago, last month or this month, right? Gotta find me a good chart, man. So take a look at the weekly. So weekly, I don't know why it looks pretty dumpish on. It looks pretty dumpish on the chart I just looked at, but right here on the weekly, I mean, it is looking very good on the weekly. Okay, got a weekly support right there, just about like 4.5 cents. You know, push back up. So we got weekly 21 EMA as a support. Just have to stay above it. Trend line support right there. Okay, coincide with the weekly 21 EMA. Volume doesn't look so, you know, it doesn't look good, but it got some pump and dumps, right? Something like that, right? So support right here, trend line support, got to stay above it if we want to basically keep up the momentum, right? Like that. Okay, if we break below it, we're gonna have to take a look at it later on, and using our Fibonacci, we could expect like a potential drop, at least down to like a 50% pullback. okay, something like that. But that's going to be for another analysis, right? Right now it is still bullish above the trend line, right? Let's go ahead and hey, what's up, Abish Hack, Abish Rect, Gupta. Hey, what's up, Gupta? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hey, San, could you take a look at Harmony? Let's take a look at one BTC, because we haven't talked about one BTC for a while. Harmony. So Harmony on the weekly 21 right now. MACD already negative versus BTC, not a good sign. If we break the 21 EMA, that it is just going to be let it go, right? It hit our basically 400 target right there, but if we break the 21 EMA, we're gonna need to look for the 100 EMA even before we look for the bottom again. But it is too soon to talk about like a total reversal. It was just a speculative drawing right there. We're just gonna wait for the retest of the 100 EMA, just about like a 107 if that's the case, right? A bearish crossover on the weekly, not a good sign, right? So let's take a look at a VET BTC for simply right? Simply. So VET bearish crossover on our MACD on the higher time frame. Good low volume right there. Okay, it is a good sign, but we need to break above the 370. Okay, I like VET, but these big red candles not good. Okay, they're not looking good. They're not making the chart look so jewelish. Okay, they're making it they're making it look so down, so bad. Okay. So look for support right here, just about like a 200 sats, and 170 to 200 sats right there, temporary support. Okay, if we retest the support right here, we're gonna be looking for another push to the upside. But MACD, it is negative. Okay, if we get another push to the upside, rejection area right around like a 370. So it is at mid range, 370 resistance, 171 support. Okay, if we get the MACD to flip positive, that could change everything. Okay, we might not even be talking about like 170 and 200 sats. We're gonna be talking about like 500 sats and all that good stuff, man. Now let's go ahead and take a look at King XRP. I like XRP on the higher time frame, right, versus BTC. Okay, so right now we're sitting on the 100 EMA. That's not good at all, man. We got another bearish volatility sign right here. MACD, not MACD, price action, and the 100 EMA, they're rejecting each other's, right? So that's a bearish sign, and you can slightly dump down. So if we dump down again for XRPBTC, right here, we already dropped down to 50% pullback. I would just suck it up, right, and say 0.786, not 0.618, but 0.786, all the way down to like a potentially 1500 sats, all the way down to like a 1200 sats. Okay, could temporarily support the price, right? So so keep an eye on XRP to drop down 0.618 down to a 0.786. Okay, actually 0.618 is like 1700, but I would say like 0.786 to a 0.7. Okay, so let's take a look at XRPUSD, not XLM. So as you can see, XLM right here, bearish divergence on a 3-day basis, right there, right? So we're getting the same setup on ADA. Okay, as we just described, right? Let's go back to ADA right here. Okay, so you don't want to wait till we get the drop and you're gonna be like, oh man, we did have the bearish divergence, right, and all that good stuff. It looks like a widening pattern, but let's just do it like that, right? Let's take a look at XRPUSD. Yeah, XRPUSD here, the macro support, like it is going to be around like 45 to 32 cents, which is basically 0.618 to a 50% pullback from our March lows to our May highs. Okay, so resistance to look for is still going to be the you know, range right there, almost like $1, right, to $1.20 right there. Okay, that's going to be the resistance level to look for. On the downside, pretty easy macro target to keep an eye on in case of a big pullback, 45 to a 32, 50% to a 0.618. It could take a while to get there. I don't know when we will get there, but directional move. If BTC is to break the 30k support, most likely XRP could drop down to a 50%. If BTC doesn't break the 30k support, we could be looking for even a potential retest of the 175. We don't know yet, but we just have to wait and see if we're gonna get a reversal, right? And something like that potentially, right? But let's just focus on the support and resistance as of now. Support right here, resistance up to basically 120. Do I think BTC is in a bullish accumulation phase? Yes, I do believe so. Okay, we got the same setup back in like a December 2019. We got the same setup back in like a December 2018. We got the same setup back in you know, October 2019, right before the 40% pump. So I think like it is accumulating for something. I just don't know what it is. But the chart in BTC, the BTC chart, right now it looks pretty similar to what we've been seeing. Okay, we traded it live, we talk about it live, and I give you guys a warning after the big drop, the first big drop, we talk about it. Okay, we could be in this range for days or even weeks, so don't be too bearish. Okay, just buy the dips and wait for the pump. Okay, the move is pretty we've seen it multiple times, guys. We've seen it. Okay, you can't even draw this like without even looking at the chart, right? So people are going to be drawing all type of a head and shoulder pattern right now. As I said previously, we can still get this move, get the head and shoulder pattern, one-to-one extension to the upside, could be all the way up to like a 5,000. But we got to get the daily reversal. If we do not have a daily reversal, right, we cannot get a call for a reversal. We got to get the daily reversal or at least 6-hour reversal. Okay, at least a 6-hour reversal, price action above the 21, MACD positive, right? We're gonna basically suck it up and call for high prices, right? So guys, hit the likes. Okay, make sure to hit the notification, guys, if you haven't done so you can get all my notification. Hit the notification so you can get all my basically quick updates, live updates, and join the public Telegram group and send some charts, guys. If you're in if you're in a public Telegram group, send some ideas if you're bullish or bearish and all that good stuff. So we see so we can basically learn from your your analysis and all that good stuff, right? So we back down to the below the resistance line. That's not good at all, man. It is a pretty bearish sign. Okay, but bulls needed to basically buy the dip right here. Okay, it is a pretty bearish sign because we couldn't break it at 40k for just 42, 40k, 39. We couldn't break it at 38. We broke it right at 37. Accumulated above it. We needed to stay below above it, okay, and try to get some U-turn, right? But right now we're going to struggle to break the trend line again. Even if we do something like that, we just don't know what type of pattern we're going to get, but gotta break above the trend line again right here. Okay, So we could even break it, you know, right around like a 33K if we move sideways in a triangular formation right here. We just don't know, right? The sucker is pretty crazy. Could just do this. TEL, let's take a look at TEL. Tell me what's going on, Teller. Weekly basis, I gotta start being cautious with the weekly basis. Okay, we're getting a lot of rejection on the weekly, so that's not good at all. Okay, got to get a close above like just about like I think that's 1,000 sats. This sucker got too many zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 81. Okay, gotta break out above like a, you know, 100 sats and all that good stuff. So a low volume though, a low volume. So but keep an eye on your weekly 21, just about like a 47 sats. Resistance to break above, it is going to be just about like a 93. Get a close above it. That's what you wanted to hear. I don't know what I said. I'm giving you an unbiased analysis, okay? So don't think like I'm telling you what you want to hear. Let's take a look at DOT. Somebody asking for DOT, D-O-T. DOT been quite volatile over the last few weeks. Okay, $19, $25, and all that good stuff. So I just didn't like the setup right here for DOT. That setup was pretty bearish. Okay, it dumped down, broke the support trend line right here, right? Retested it, broke it, pumped back up above it, right? Not above it, but just pumped back up, just like when BTC pumped to a 60, not 60, but 36K, right? DOT retested it. Now we dropping back down. So gotta stay strong in this range, right? We could get a bullish divergence, but I just don't know, because the bullish divergence, right? We could say that's right, that's the move we needed for the bullish divergence, and we got the move to the upside already. So I'm not sure if like we can use the same low right there to call for another bullish divergence. I'm still you know, trying to figure it out right now, because sometimes these bullish divergence, you get one right here, it pushed to the upside, and you get another one and you're expecting it to push to the upside, sucker just gonna dump. So I'm thinking like, you know, we might not call it a bullish divergence. Okay, right here, we might not call it a bullish divergence, right? We might just call it, you know, a straight move to the downside. The bullish divergence was right there. Okay, so these two lows, they don't have anything in common, right? I mean, not in common, but they don't have the same you know, directional support, right? This, for instance, the directional support for this move was to the upside. Okay, these two, that low and this low, they're not connected. Okay, that's the only way I can look at it, right? But I will dig into it right later on. Another way of looking at DOT is like, you know, you just like Monero, you got your head and shoulder. You know, you could be saying, why are we getting like two shoulders on the right side? If you basically take a look at it on the daily, you only got one shoulder, right? So but it is just a flat correction, right? So that's why I call it like, you know, that's why I keep saying be careful with these head and shoulders, because sometimes you get a clean head and shoulder right there, and sucker gonna, you know, liquidate you, because it is a clean head and shoulder right there. But you're gonna be like, we got a head and shoulder, we're gonna be pumping to the downside, we're gonna be pumping to the downside, we're gonna be dumping to the downside, right? And sucker just pump, you know, to the upside. But I like to call them you know, flat correction, right? If we take a look at Ethereum, we got a similar structure on Ethereum last week on the lower degree, right? A couple of weeks ago, right here, right? Right there, right? We got a clean head and shoulder, right? Same exact thing as that, okay? Right there. We got a clean head and shoulder, right? But sucker basically give us this move, but we anticipated it. We did not short the bottom. We shorted the 2750 to 2950 all the way down to 2110, right? And the move started right there. If you take a look at I think Litecoin LTCUSD, we got a similar structure. I think like a couple weeks ago. It's not this one right here. It's not that one. Yeah, Litecoin did have this head and shoulder right here, right? And broke down, did not drop down a lot. Got another a weird one right here also, right? And dumped down. Okay, so take a look at it. This one was kind of weird, but we're not here to call for beautiful shoulders and ugly head and all that good stuff, right? The concept is like, you got rejected to the to the left side, you pump to the upside, drop back down, get rejected on the right side. That's the concept. It's not like these head and shoulders have to be linear. They don't have to be like that all the time, like that. Okay, they don't have to look like that all the time, right? Suckers can look something like that, right? They can look like that also, right? Pretty weird, right? Tracy, thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, guys, I think like we talked about all the coins you guys wanted to talk about, right? So, and I talked about all my coins, right? BTC, Monero, Ether, and ADA, right? So we're just gonna call it a day. So let's see what market gonna do over the next like a few days and so on, right? Let's go back to BTC really quickly before we call it a day. Oh, we got a nice reversal right here. It is nice, right? Nice daily reversal. So we retested like 50% of the week, so that's a good sign. So let's see if we can get another daily reversal and push back up above like a 35.6, close above 35.6. Okay, so and we're gonna be watching it over the next like a few days. So this range wants to be a support for the bulls, but once again we gotta get at least a 6-hour reversal to start like calling for high prices. MACD not friendly at all. Okay, on the 8-hour we got like 2 hours to go to close the 8-hour candle, so we don't want to be closing it bearish. Okay, all right guys, thanks a lot for tuning in.